Morning, my dear students. I am Ramesh Babu from the Department of English. Today I am going to explain the lesson Florence Nightingale. It was composed by Abrar Motion. First of all, I will tell you a few words about the author, Abrar Motion. He is an African author and educationalist. He has served his contribution in the various paths of Africa. His famous works are Granny's Stories, World World's Great Lives, and World's Immortal Speeches. This is a brief information about the author, Abrar Motion. Now, I want to tell you about the lesson. Actually, Florence Nightingale is an inspiring biography of Florence Nightingale. It is about an angelic woman who faced many challenges in fulfilling her life's ambition of becoming a nurse. The story begins with Lord Tennyson's poem, which shows the glory and hero worship of Crimean War. In contrast, Abraham Motion refers the bloodshed condition of warriors. He has wonderfully painted the life picture of Florence Nightingale. Abrar Motion has described her as a pure soul who remains immortal forever. So, simply we can understand Florence Nightingale is a biography of Nightingale, Florence Nightingale. It is about a woman who faced many challenges in fulfilling her life's ambition of becoming a nurse. Now, let me explain the lesson Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale, known as the Lady with the Lamp, she was a British nurse, social reformer, and the best known as the founder of modern nursing. She was born at Florence in Italy on 12th May 1820. Actually, her birthday is celebrated as International Nurses Day. That means 12th May is being celebrated as International Nurses Day. Florence Nightingale parents gave her the name of her birthplace. Her parents were very rich. They were shocked when they came to know of their daughter's ambition in life. Though Florence was born in a rich family, she wanted to become a nurse. Even though it was not a respectable profession at that time, she wanted to become a nurse. People of those days felt that nursing profession was done by drunken prostitutes who, when brought into the police court, they were given the option of going to prison or to hospital service. That means people had very bad opinion about nursing profession. It was a punishment to them. Drunken prostitutes, they choose it instead of going to jail. Actually, Florence's parents gave her the best education, which was fit for a princess. Nightingale had everything like beauty, wealth, knowledge, and means to lead a luxurious life. But Nightingale choose to serve the needy as a nurse because nursing was her passion and mission and her ambition. But her parents did not accept her to become a nurse, as it was hateful profession of those days. So her parents tried all possible methods to distract her, but they could not change her mind. Moreover, she converted every challenge into an opportunity. She traveled through Europe, but she did not like artificial atmosphere of London. She wanted to get away from all its painted artificiality. Later, she joined in a German training school for nurses and a Flinders Institute. From her childhood, Nightingale used to bandaging the wounds of the neighbors' pet animals. When Nightingale was a teenager, she believed that she received a calling from God to help the poor and sick. So she wanted to become a nurse. Florence Nightingale did not want to marry and settle in her life, though all the eligible young men of the country were at her feet. Simply, she rejected marriage. She used to clean the corridor floors at her training institute and bandaging the wounds. Nightingale visited many hospitals of London and Edinburgh. In 1855, she went to Paris to study what the nursing organizations were doing there. When she returned to England, she was appointed as the manager and director of a sanatorium. There, she had to supervise untrained and ill-disciplined nurses. Really, that was a tough job because she had to face many challenges and problems, criticism from her jealous colleagues, especially from her male colleagues. She had a continuous bickering with her male colleagues. So, Nightingale gave foremost importance to cleanliness and fresh air in the hospitals because in those days there were very miserable conditions in hospitals. That means there was no proper ventilation and cleanliness and fresh air in the hospitals. She never tried to escape from adults. Moreover, she fought against all unpleasant situations. Very soon, she got popularity in the country. In October of 1853, the Crimean War, actually, Crimean War is a war uh, in which Britain, France, and Turkey fought against Russia. So, when she became the superintendent of the nurses at King's College Hospital, reports began to reach England about the terrible conditions in the Crimean hospitals. So, the war had broken out and became a national calamity. So, there were many miserable conditions in the Crimean hospitals. Those conditions like no sufficient surgeons, no dressers and nurses, no essential materials like linen for bandages and sanitary equipment, etc. So they are the very bad conditions in Crimean hospitals. So the soldiers had to attend upon each other. That was really very tough condition. At once, there was a big outcry throughout the country, and everyone in the country thought of a single name, Florence Nightingale. So everyone asked to send a Nightingale to handle the situation. So the secretary for the war, Sydney Herbert, wrote a letter to Nightingale requesting her to superintend the entire thing and take care of the wounded. Florence also heard the cry of the wounded soldiers. Immediately, she decided to go and help the wounded soldiers at the Crimean hospitals. With uh, the announcement of her appointment, she became a celebrity in the country. So everyone in the country was talking about the rich and charming and young woman who left ease and luxuries to face horrors and dangers. So Nightingale formed a nursing force of 10 Roman Catholic sisters and 8 Anglicans, 6 from St. John's House, and 14 from various hospitals. That was almost 3 dozen nurses. So many people in the war office criticized her, and they thought that the whole thing would be a big failure. But only a person named Victoria, Queen Victoria, gave her personal blessings to Nightingale and her mission. So after that, she sailed with her team to Crimea just a few days later. She reached Scutari. Here, Scutari is a place in Istanbul. So, Nightingale reached Scutari on 4th November 1854. At that time, the wounded soldiers started coming from the Battle of Balkawa. When Nightingale arrived to Scutari, she was ill, but she did not care about her health. So the remaining lesson will be continued in the next class.